Hi everyone. So objective of today's video is to check that how we can leverage ChatGPT in software testing. Yeah, we are not just to make it clear, we are not going to perform testing of ChatGPT application. ChatGPT we already know it is a AI bot which has been quite very popular since it has been launched from 30th November 2022. Since then, it is talk of the town, and various industry people are utilizing it for to their advantage in not only in technology but various other industries also. So now today what we are going to discuss is that how as a software tester I can take advantage of this tool, how it can benefit us in our software testing activities. So before delving into that or going further into that how it can help us in our testing, so first let's explore whether ChatGPT knows what is software testing. Let us first check. First question is what is software testing? Let me ask this question to ChatGPT and let's see how it responds. So it has started typing the response and it is quite fast. I think it did not take much time in order to respond with the definition of software testing. We just want to check whether the definition which it is producing is correct. We have seen this definition multiple times on various websites on Google also. So let's go through it quickly. Software testing is the process of evaluating a software application or system to identify if it meets its specified requirement and works as intended. It is the process of finding defects, bugs, or errors in the software and ensuring that the application of the system functions correctly and performs as expected. Okay, I think the definition is fairly good. This is the actual definition means we all know as a tester, the software testing is used to assess the quality of the software. So our main objective during testing is to finding the fault or bugs in the system. And in the second paragraph, if you will see, I am highlighting here. So it is further defining like subcategorization of testing into various other, let's say, unit testing. Breaking it down further in testing, we cover integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. So it has further broke it down into various subcategories. And then in the third paragraph, it has mentioned about improving the overall performance, functionality, user experience of the software also. So I think it is fairly good the definition which ChatGPT has given us. So from the Google, we have various times seen on various websites also. So main purpose or main objective of software testing is to check and assess the quality of the software which is developed by the development team and what user has asked us whether the software is meeting that objective or not. So through software testing only we ensure all those things and all those factors. Software testing is a broader term and under which various type of testings falls. Manual testing, which we called functional testing also, then non-functional testing like performance testing, security testing. So those type of other testings are also there. But today, from the first definition, it seems that the chat GPT was able to answer it correctly. Now let's move to second. Let's ask the what is software testing life cycle. Let's see how it responds. Whether chat GPT know about the software testing. Oh, okay. So it has started typing the response. Quite quick. Yes, so various stages also it has started typing. STLC consists of several stages which include. So let's start going through it one by one. So first stage, What do you know is the first stage? So all tester might be aware that before testing any software, what we need is requirement document. So requirement document can be, we can call it BRD, business requirement document, solution document, BRS, or different organization have different naming convention, we all know. So that doesn't matter. So first step is we need the requirement document as a tester. And then what we need to do is we need to analyze those requirements. We need to understand it. For understanding, we can have a session with the BA, business analyst, or other people from the business team who are available to describe the requirement if those are not clear from the by going through the requirement document. So first step, it has defined the requirement analysis. So I think that is correct. And the next step which chat gpt is defining is test planning. So once the requirements are clear, we know what we have to deliver and what is asked from the testing team. So then the test plan is created, let's say for that particular software, which the new software which business has demanded. So we will prepare a test plan. So normally test plan is prepared by the test lead. So it will contain all the detailed test scope and timelines, and other things can include the test schedule, it has mentioned test cases, it has mentioned various deliverables, entry criteria, exit criteria, and RAID also, risk and the other factors. So now requirement, we got clarity on the requirement. We have prepared the test plan also. The next step which Chat GPT is defining is test case development. So now from the requirement document, we are going to prepare our test cases. So test cases should be comprehensive and it should include both positive, negative, edge cases so that all the boundary value analysis, equivalence partitioning, various methodologies are there. So all those are catered in our test cases that we need to ensure as a tester. And once our test case development is complete, now we are ready that these test cases, we know we have the understanding, these we need to execute. And for execution, we need an environment, properly set up environment. If we are performing SIT, we need the SIT environment ready so that we can execute our test cases which we have prepared. So for making the environment ready, the test, for example, this chat GPT, so fourth step is defined as the test environment setup. I think that is fairly right. So this step is mandatory. Before going into execution, we need to ensure that the setup is ready. Now, once let's say environment setup is ready, the next step would be that we have to execute those scenarios. So we need to execute in the environment which we have set up. Now in execution, there can be two scenarios. Let's say there were 100 scenarios, the 100 test conditions which we had prepared. Out of those 100, when we executed, all 100 got passed in the first attempt. So there were no bugs, code was clean, which rarely happens. So we can say that all these our test conditions have passed. So it will lead to zero defects in our, let's say, software. Now the second condition, out of 100, 50 are passed and 50 are failed. So for 50 failed cases or conditions, we will have to report the corresponding defects in whatever defect or test management tool we are using. We will have to report those in this tool with the steps to reproduce, with the test data which we used, with the screenshot of the error which we are receiving while performing that particular test execution. So these things you should be clearly defined. And these are very important because these are further going to go to the developer. So developer is going to fix, first he will try to replicate the same issue in his environment, and for that he needs the steps to replicate along with the test data. So those conditions should be fairly well defined in the defect which we are reporting. So next step which ChatGPT has defined is defect reporting. I think that is fairly correct because 50 we have assumed that we have marked fail out of 100. And now let's say we have reported the defect. What would be the next step? So those defects which we have reported, dev team, the developer is going to fix those issues. And once those are going to get fixed, those will be marked as fixed in defect management tool and will be marked ready for SIT, or it will be marked to us for retesting. So then we will have to retest those issues, and then also there can be two conditions. During retesting, it can get passed or it can again get failed and then we will have to reopen it. So next step, Chat GPT, seventh step, it has defined defect retesting. So whatever defects we raised during our test execution, and those defects now in seventh number step, we are retesting because dev team has addressed all those issues. So once, let's say 50 which we had raised, 50 defects have been retested and those have been closed from our end, then we will move to closure part because all our test condition 100 out of 100 now got passed because all the reported bugs have been addressed and we have retested and confirmed and closed those defects. So the final step which Chat GPT has mentioned is test closure. Then test closure report, or we can say it as a test exit report, will be prepared, wherein we will mention all our condition which we have executed, test cases, their results, pass fail, the defects count, how many defects were raised, and how many defects were retested and closed. Those counts will also be there, and our recommendations also. If any point is open, then that should be clearly stated. So from these two questions, I think these two queries related to software testing, which we have asked ChatGPT, and it has replied fairly correctly. From the response which I can see, you can also see the response on my screen. So it has fair, you can say now it has fair understanding or fair knowledge of the software testing process. So in the future video, we will go one step further and I will be coming with the another question set related to software testing only, and we will see how we can utilize Chat GPT in our daily testing related activities and gain benefit out of it. So thank you for watching this video and stay tuned. We will come up with the next one. Thanks.